Also, there's just something therapeutic to me about being here by myself. Let's ignore the fact that we still have these piles and piles of things over here. So let's talk about this, because I get a lot of questions about the Wheel of Excellence. Hello everyone, my name's Katie. I'm a third grade teacher in the state of Florida, and you guys are here for part 5 of classroom setup. It's crazy to think we're already at 5 parts. I've gotten a lot of questions and comments on my videos, people asking how do you have the energy to come and set up your classroom after just getting out for the break. So let's answer that question first. I didn't just get out for the break because we ended May 23rd. We end pretty early and then go back early here. So we'll be going back to school. Teachers report back on July 31st and the students start at the beginning of August. So this is the latter half of my summer break. So I definitely took the month of June to rest and reset. Don't worry, don't stress. Also, there's just something therapeutic to me about being here by myself and alone. Not that I don't like seeing coworkers that come in too. So if you're one of my coworkers and you're watching this, please come say hi, because I do like to chat to my coworkers. But I mean, just like having time to get things done in the quiet of a summer campus is kind of therapeutic. Also, every video part so far has been powered by iced coffee, so there's that too. Although today my energy is going to be a little bit low. I did my workout class this morning. I'm usually an afternoon, evening workout girl because of school schedule. But I did my bounce class this morning, and I've been trying to do more morning classes in the summer because I'm a morning person. But I'm like whooped from that bounce class, but I knew I needed to come in and just get a couple of things done, put in a few hours in my classroom because David and I will be going out of town again. Welcome to my summer. I'm here, I'm not, I'm here, I'm not. And so I was like, if I can get a couple of things done in the classroom today, then when we're traveling in the car, I can work on editing some things. I can work on Teachers Pay Teachers. I can work on editing tests for the upcoming school year. Anything I can do digital, and reading books, because I'm just enjoying reading books right now, I can do in the car and when we're out of town, but I can't work on any classroom setup when we're not in town. So hence the reason I'm coming in. I had my bar class. I went home and kind of rinsed off, threw on some clothes and a hat because you don't even want to know what my hair looks like underneath this. And I'm here to get a couple of things done. All right, so my main goals for today include this back whiteboard. I want to get everything back on it where it's supposed to go. I have Christmas lights that go back there. My sticker store goes back there. My Wheel of Excellence goes back there. All of those things I want to get hung up on the backboard so it's ready. And I want to start to look at back to school folder things. I usually use labels, Avery labels, and I stick them on folders for all of the back to school papers. So I need to count and see how many folders I have because I've used the same ones for 3 years. So I kind of need to know, do I need to go to Walmart and get some more 10-cent folders or what? And then kind of look and see how the labels are looking and if I need to make new labels for this year or not. I mean, just kind of check in on that. And I think I got some folders from somebody who was moving and they didn't need them anymore. And so I picked up some folders and I think they have her classroom labels on them. So I'll need a label over those too. So that's like goal 1 and 2 is the backboard, starting to look at folder things. And then I just looked at my list. My list is on my phone and I'm filming on my phone. So what was the third one? I'm gonna have to like pause this video clip, go look at this list again. And I just looked at it. Here we go. Let's do it anyways. You guys, the answer was right in front of me. And I mean literally right in front of me. I want to hang my curtains. Ding, ding, ding. And I have quotes that I put on these walls. And I'm thinking I might switch that up a little bit. I haven't decided if I want to switch up my like inspirational quotes and make them match my theme a little bit more. Or if I want to keep my like positive affirmation. There'll be positive affirmations no matter what. But I could keep my positive affirmation quotes that I've had for like, I don't even know how long I've had them. 3, 4 years? I don't know. So this wall, that wall, this wall, folders. Those are my goals. And then honestly, I'm getting close to like, this will probably be the last part of classroom setup that I do without furniture, because after this, mostly everything will be set up. I mean, let's ignore the fact that we still have these piles and piles of things over here, but like these go on the floor, on the carpet, and some of these go on like the side counters too. And I haven't put my stuff on the side counters because I haven't hung all the stuff that I need to on that wall, and they were cleaning windows and all of that stuff anyways. So, okay, anyways, that's enough rambling. Let's put these things away. All right, I'm thinking this through, and I might have to shift this because David's making me a shelf, as I mentioned in the last part, that's gonna go somewhere down here that'll house my chapter books. And I'm thinking to myself, I might put the shelf like, I don't know if I want it to be whoa, I'm really close to the camera. I don't know if I want it to be flush with the backpack cubbies, or if I want it to be like centered on this back wall. And I already used this little section to hold my little stand for my milk crates. So this might have to shift because the kids come up and sign their name. So let's talk about this, because I get a lot of questions about the Wheel of Excellence and the sticker store and all of those things often. First, disclaimer, I completely stole this from the person I was teaching next to when I moved into this school and when I first started teaching 3rd grade. I totally stole her classroom management. So if you're looking for classroom management ideas, go ask the people in your building because they've got great ideas. Second, it operates under the philosophy of I teach 3rd grade, and so there's not a reward for every single little thing that you do every time you do it. Like, you're not gonna get recognized and get a sticker or a punch every time you push in your chair, or every time you say please, or every time you say thank you, because you're 8, you're 9, you're 10. Some of these things you should know by now, right? That's kind of where this is operating from. So as the day progresses, I introduce this with like the What Should Danny Do book, and we talk about making good choices and using our power to choose. And I say, when I see that you're doing an excellent job using your power to choose in a good way, I'll call your name, you can come up and sign for the Wheel of Excellence. And they just sign their name next to a number. Once all of the number slots are filled, we spin the Wheel of Excellence 3 times because we're 3rd graders, and the 3 people that it lands on get a prize. So they can pick something from the sticker store, they can choose something from my treasure box, which I went through a couple of parts ago and somebody asked me how I use it, so here you go. Or I have coupons, like I can bring a stuffed animal to school, I can bring something and do a personal show and tell in the morning. I have done one where you can sit with a friend for a day, which honestly I should probably bring that one back because I think it would be a fun one. I've done like fun pins, like I can write with a pin for the day, things like that, that aren't super elaborate. There's a couple that I know I don't like. One year I had a teacher chair. I don't like that one. I don't like them using my chair. And I always had to wash my cover, so I took that one out. But they were sneaky. They would like wait, hold on to their teacher chair coupon, and then they would turn it in on a test day because they knew they were gonna be like sitting at their desk working on a test, and so they'd have the comfy chair. I was like, y'all are clever. But if you have 2 chairs, maybe, like if you have a second chair, but I don't like giving them my desk chair. So I took that one out because I just didn't personally like it. I don't do the stinky feet because I don't like stinky feet. So I don't usually do that one. I'm trying to think, which is where they like come without, they can like take their shoes off in the classroom or whatever. I'm trying to think if there's any others. I had a recess hero one where they could get extra recess time for the class, but it was just being used too much, and there's only so much I can control about how much extra recess we got because of the subjects we teach around it. And especially now that I'm departmentalized, it's like if one homeroom has extra recess and the other doesn't, that gets to be a whole ordeal. But yeah, that's it. So the only changes I made when I was departmentalized is I put, I had a pink class and a blue class. My homeroom was pink, my swap teachers was blue. That's just how we organized with name tag colors. They would highlight their names on their papers, their turning trays, things like that. So I had a pink and a blue marker up here, and if they were in block 1, they would sign it with pink. If they were in block 2, they'd sign it with blue. That way I didn't spin the wheel until it was full for that block. So when every number had a pink name, we would spin it with the pink class. When every number had a blue name, we'd spin it with the blue class. So that's kind of how I adjusted that. But you do have to talk with your partner if you're using those coupons too, because they have to be okay with them using it in their class as well, and have some kind of system for turning them in and who they go back to. So I kind of want to revamp my coupons maybe this year. We'll see. I don't know if I'll have time for that. Honestly, I probably won't. But that's how the Wheel of Excellence works. And I like it because I can strategically choose when I want students to sign their name, and so they're not always having their name signed, and sometimes our class just functions because it functions. Like, it's a good day, kids are doing what they are supposed to be doing, and they don't need a whole lot of extrinsic reward, and I will kind of sprinkle it in here and there, but if we're moving and grooving and we're all having a good time, you don't need all of that extra stuff. But if we're having a hard time with a routine and I'm really trying to reinforce something specific, at the beginning of the year, it's all the things. But like, let's say it's October and we're having a hard time with coming in and unpacking and getting started right away. That's when I start to pick those kids. I'm like, man, you unpacked right away. Go sign for the Wheel of Excellence. Way to get started on that work. Go sign for the Wheel of Excellence. And then the other kids start to notice, and it helps solidify some of those routines. Now, again, not everybody gets a prize every time either. Some of the pride is just having your name on the board, and they get to go sign and they get a chance to win a prize. And it's also a good life lesson, because when they don't get chosen, we practice celebrating our classmates, and sometimes if they do a really good job celebrating their classmates, I give a bonus spin, but not always. And if we get like a mega compliment, sometimes I'll add a bonus spin too. I'll be like, I cannot believe the principals came in, observed you guys, and said you were rock stars. We're gonna spin a bonus spin next time we get to spin the wheel. So things like that, I can use it as I please. When I taught first grade, this is a long rant about classroom management, so I hope you wanted this. When I taught first grade, I was at a school that used clip charts, and everybody used clip charts, and I did not like the power struggle aspect of clipping kids down, so I used the clip ups more, but then it was hard for me to keep track of having to go and move their pin. This is easy. The kids go sign their name. I'm like, go sign. And I don't have to do anything. They just sign, and then we spin when we get full, right? And then I have the power to use it as I please. Sometimes I get to the end of a week and I'm like, this week was rotten, and I look and I'm like, I haven't had anybody sign the Wheel of Excellence. I didn't really try to solidify or narrow down any of the routines or things that were making it rotten, things that we were struggling with. It's kind of a bold word, but you know what I mean. And I'm like, I should focus on that next week. I should pick a skill that I think is kind of slacking and look for that. And so it's good for me to manage and adjust, but it's not, I don't totally rely on it. So I love that about it. So there you go. Classroom management I would say in a nutshell, but I'm looking and I've been talking for like 6 minutes. But I hope you wanted to know about my classroom management. If not, I hope you skipped past that part. Okay, so I guess next is the curtains. And I feel bad because the windows look so nice and the blinds are all up, but they've been cleaned for a while. They cleaned them like a couple weeks ago. So it's time to put the blinds down and put up the curtains. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, I hung the curtains, hung a birthday poster, we're rocking and rolling. These are the quotes that usually go on those 2 columns between the curtains. I usually hang these, and this is what I'm trying to decide if I want to do these the same. Like, don't stop till you're proud. Excellence isn't being the best, it's doing your best. There is something good in every day. Do the right thing even when no one's watching. Things like that, okay? So that's what I usually put up there. But I can't decide. I have a coworker who has a really cute classroom, and I'm picking hot glue off as we speak because it's therapeutic. She has like the Rainbow Remix stuff that I do in my room, but she's got it like to a T. Like she's got the whole decor pack. She also teaches 2nd grade. She's cut all the colors, the numbers, the shapes, you name it, she's got it. I do not have all of the Rainbow Remix pack. I have like a couple of elements, like I have the borders and like my bunting banners, and this banner are all from that. But she has, on her walls, she has like black frames with some of the quote posters that match the theme. And I was like, whoa, those are cute. So I have 2 black frames that are left over from Mother's Day past. And I was thinking about putting a quote in each one and maybe putting one on each column. I just don't know what quote I'm gonna use yet, but putting one there in the middle, and then maybe doing a few of these and not hanging all of them, but just picking my favorite of these to do above and below it. That way there was like a pop of color on that wall as well, instead of just the black and white. Well, the curtains are a pop of color too, but I haven't decided, and I don't have any quotes designed, and I don't really want to buy like a pack on Teachers Pay Teachers because it's going to cost money, and I just really want 2, and I'm like, I can make something, but I haven't yet. So I'm just going to sit here and pick the hot glue. I'm almost done off of these. Maybe I'll pick 4 of these that I like. Honestly, I probably should have done that before I started ripping hot glue off of them. Only done it for the ones that I want. I'm going to pick 4 of these that I like, so I can do one above and below the frames. And then I just gotta decide what kind of quote I wanna put in the frame. I would love to use some kind of quote that I use a lot, but like the quotes I use a lot aren't inspirational necessarily, or ones that have been inspirational to me. Maybe I could look something up like that. Because there might be something, I don't know, a quote from like Get Your Teach On last year, or something that I could put up there. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm at a loss. I don't want it to say like, don't worry, be happy. You know what I mean? Like, these are already kind of generic. And so I'd love for it to be something that's like me in the frame. But I can't think of something that's me. So that's where we are with that. Okay, so I'm gonna keep picking the hot glue off of these though, because there are just some things that I have in my classroom that now that I've moved classrooms a couple times, the layers of hot glue, I'm like, okay, I gotta start peeling some of these layers off. Because hopefully I said this last year, I better knock on some wood, hopefully I'll be sticking around in this room for a good while, and I won't have to take it down again and re-glue it and all the things. Okay, and then the only other thing besides for this is I was gonna check on the folders, but I also got a box. So let's open this Amazon box. I think it's from my end of the school year funds order, because our bookkeeper lady ordered it in July, but we sent her our lists in May. So should we find out what, woo, there we go. I think I only have 2 more of these. Oh yeah, just 2 more, I could do it. Should we find out what May Katie was wanting for her classroom, and then cross our fingers and hope that it's still what July Katie wants and needs. I made a good list, and I took some time thinking through it. So I'm hopeful. I just don't know what's in the box, because I don't think this is the whole order. But it's like a little Amazon haul. How fun. It's kind of fun because Prime Day, like when you're watching this, Prime Day's over, but right now it's like Prime Week. And I'm not really buying anything. But now I feel like I bought something because I got a box during Prime Week. So I'm gonna get the Shoppers High, but it's really just school funds that I used already. Okay, let's do a little unboxing, shall we? And whoever wrote my name on this box with a Sharpie marker in the front office, their handwriting like seriously matches mine, because I looked at it and I was like, I don't remember putting that box on that counter. because I wrote my name on a lot of boxes when I moved stuff, and it looks just like my handwriting. It's wild. Okay, let's see what we got. What did May Katie think was important to order? Okay, this is good. Painter's tape. You saw how much painter's tape I've used taping these things up. I even used some on the birthday, and I'm like down to the last little bit of painter's tape, and I like to use this to hang on my book covers on the cabinets as we learn them, my grammar posters. I definitely needed more painter's tape. So that was a good purchase. Okay, next, sticky notes. I like these rectangle ones because I use them for the kids to do like open-ended response questions and stick them into their text. And I was out of the rectangle ones. I'm running really low on the rectangle ones. I have plenty of I wouldn't say I have plenty. I could definitely use some more square sticky notes, but these are the ones that the students use when we're like adding sticky notes and open-ended responses onto our text. So that was a good idea. Shout out to my past self. What is this? Oh, these are fun. I forgot about these. Okay, these are the little calming strips that have texture on them, and our school theme this year is outer space, and so they're like galaxy ones, and I was thinking those would be really good to put on the students' desks so they have something to like rub and fidget with so that they don't mess with these. Because I wanted to use these again. I haven't used them the last 2 years, but I love the concept of them. But when the students pick at them, they don't last as long. These pencil holders. Because I say park your pencil all the time, and this year that meant put it on the top shelf, and they wouldn't do it. And I can't tell if it's on the top shelf. So, but if I say park your pencil and it's put it in the pencil holder, I can look around and see who's got their pencil parked and who's still playing with it. But if they pick at them, they don't last. But I was like, if I put this on their desk, then they can kind of rub that instead of picking this. Also, it's just fun and it matches our school theme. Okay, yeah. Oh, just whacked my Apple Watch. Okay, so I have 2 boxes of the Pen Pals. That's a set of 24. I think I have some of the gray ones left over there from when I used them a couple years, but just a few of them, and they don't have the adhesive. This is Sharpie accent. Oh, pink Sharpie marker, not Sharpie markers, pink highlighters. Last year I did pink and blue. I hope my partner teacher this year is okay with doing pink and blue again. So I needed more pink highlighters to put over there so they can highlight their name before they turn things in. And then here's the blue pack. I like this color blue. It's like the light blue instead of the dark blue because it doesn't cover their name as much. So yes, I needed the pink and blue highlighters. What was this? Okay, these are for dry erase boards. I like to use these for students to use as erasers. Oh, these are a little bit different than the ones I usually get. This one's like it's like a little microfiber cloth, which is fine. Like, this is what I use, like a little microfiber cloth. One of my partner teacher or like coworkers over there just uses a square of felt. So cheap, y'all, so cheap. Because the erasers just break. So these can be used as the erasers. I also usually get the Dollar Tree scrubbies. So I was expecting this to be spongy, kind of like the Dollar Tree ones, but it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 4 is 24. So this is a pack of 24. So I can give each kid something that's the same at the beginning of the year. And if they lose it, break it, whatever, then the Dollar Tree scrubbies that are used and old but have been washed will start to come out. So that's good. I just like those. But I was like, when she told me she uses felt, I was like, that's a genius idea too. So if you don't have Dollar Tree erasers, or Dollar Tree whiteboard erasers, go get some felt. And I hate the block ones, I'm sorry, but the foam block ones, they stab their pencil in it, and then the eraser part comes undone, and then the sticky adhesive gets all over their board. Don't do it. Okay, ooh, this I'm excited for. Although this doesn't look like the one that I ended up getting. Maybe it is. A visual timer for my board. I really wanted this, and I think it's gonna go right there, maybe above my Bluetooth speaker. I really wanted a visual timer for my board because I like to pull up timers on YouTube, but 1, YouTube has ads sometimes. 2, you can't always find the time that you want on a YouTube timer. 3, you have to pull up a tab, and if you have directions up, it's harder to have a YouTube, like a timer. Oh, it is the one that I got, yay. If you have directions up on the slide, it's harder to get a timer unless it's embedded into your slide, which I do a lot, but not everything we do is like on a PowerPoint slide. Sometimes I just write the directions up on the board, and I want them to take a specific amount of time to do it. So I was like, a visual timer would be super helpful, and this one's fun. That coffee just dripped all over me. Okay, are you ready for this? I went back and forth on which one I wanted. I was like, do I want a solid color? Do I not want a solid color? It took me forever to decide, but in the end, I decided to get, of course, it's pink because that's my favorite color. But wait, there's more. If I want them to do, let's say we're gonna set the timer for 30 minutes. I twist it, it's a donut. It's a donut. But there's the visual. I'm gonna test this out. I just set a timer for 30 minutes. Honestly, I kind of want to go home in like 30 minutes. So this could be my like you're done timer. I need to put it on a whiteboard though, so it's not. But that's a good visual, right? They can see how much time is left. Also, counting by fives, the clock skills, the analog clock skills. I don't teach math, but here you go, reinforced with my visual timer. Okay, that's so cute. And I went with the donut. I was debating because there were a bunch of solid color options. All of those colors. And then there was one that was like multicolored, and the colors kind of matched like my classroom where it was like pinks and teals and blues and things like that. And I was like, that one's cute too. But then I saw the donut and I was like, how fun is the donut? And so I got the donut. So yeah, okay, let's put this on my board. Y'all, I've been sitting here talking to you for like 11 minutes. I'm so sorry. This classroom setup video has turned into like rant sessions. That is so cute. Okay, I will say my one thing, it ticks. So you've been warned. Can you hear it? It's just a slight ticking sound. I don't know if there's a way to turn it off or not. I also didn't read any of the directions to make sure I was doing it right. But we can check the box and see. Let's look. Okay, so there you go. I don't think there's a way you can stop the ticking sound. It really doesn't bother me though. It just sounds like a clock. But if you have students who are like anxious by sound, maybe. But I also turn on music a lot too, so you won't be able to hear it really. It just sounds like a regular clock. So there you go. That's my 2 cents on that. Ooh, it does say loud alarm. Let's see what it sounds like when it's done. Okay, that wasn't too loud. It's really cute. And the ticking noise honestly doesn't bother me. It's very quiet and I use music so much, I don't think it's gonna be a big deal. So I'm excited about that. Yay, okay, it's cute. So there you go, there's your disclaimer. I'll put all these things in my Amazon storefront, so if you need any of those things, you can go get them. But I feel like, folders. Let me go get folders and see how we stand with orientation folders. All right, I just checked and I have plenty of folders, like plenty of them. And I think I'm gonna go with blue. I've been using orange ones the last couple of years, but the ones that I got from a teammate were blue. Most of them look great, and I have leftover blue Office Depot ones, so I'll be set. I don't have to buy any folders, hooray. So the next time I come up, hopefully it'll be like furniture moving time, and I'll start doing labels on those as well. But I think I'm coming to a close for this part. Thanks for sticking it out through this like long ranty classroom setup part. I hope it gave you some good information about my classroom management stuff too though. I feel like I didn't get that much done, but I unpacked stuff, hung my curtains, and I have something to think about for my walls there for next time. So this is me signing off. Oh, and I did the board. Okay, I did some things. Some things. This is me signing off though until we get the all clear to come and put furniture out on the carpet, which won't be too long, and I'm really excited. And then I got some work to do. I gotta rearrange, put all the furniture in the right spot, hang all the stuff from the ceiling, all of that. But I feel like I've gotten a really good start. I feel really good about where I'm at. And that's like the biggest thing left to do, that and figuring out how to hang that greenery wall. If you watched my last classroom setup part, still haven't figured that out yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and please make sure you give this a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my next upload. I got a couple more parts, maybe 1 or 2 more for classroom setup, and then it's gonna be ready to go. But I'm so glad you guys have been joining me for this series so far. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.